I have two 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1.5 tablespoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of parsley, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, 1/4 teaspoon of basil, 1/2 teaspoon of sage, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 1 or 2 bay leaves, depending on how large yours are. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1/4 cup of lime juice, 1 diced onion, 1 head of minced garlic, 3/4 cup dried pinto beans, 3/4 cup dried white beans, 3/4 cup dried black beans, and 3/4 cup dried kidney beans. Substitutions. You can use no oil. I'll talk more about that in a minute. You can use 1 or 2 packets of your favorite chili seasoning instead of making your own. You can use onion and garlic powder. You can use jarred garlic. You can use however much garlic you want, depending on your own taste. And you can use 1 can of each type of bean instead of making them from scratch. I'm going to start by cooking my beans in my Instant Pot. I prefer to cook my beans in diluted broth, but this is completely optional. So for the 3 cups of dried beans that I used 4 cups of broth and 8 cups of water. I'm going to cook this on high pressure for 45 minutes and do a 15-minute natural release. While my beans are cooking, I'm going to start cooking my onions and garlic. Occasionally, I'll decide to be fancy and caramelize my onions and make them all lovely and jammy, but most of the time I just saute them. I'm going to add 1 cup of water to my pot to help cook them down. This is actually how you can make it oil-free, just keep adding water to prevent sticking. I'm going to let most of the water boil off and then I'll add my oil. So this is how cooked I decided I wanted my onions and garlic. I'm going to add my tomato paste now and cook that over low heat for about 3 minutes. As you can see, it really softened up, and that's about all you want. I'm going to add in my tomatoes now. I'm going to add my lime juice and all of my seasonings. I'm going to add my beans, and then we will be ready to cook. I'm going to slow cook this in my oven. You absolutely could use a crock pot, but I don't own a crock pot, so I'm not going to use one. I'm going to add my beans in here, and then I'm going to cover this with foil. You could also use a lid. I'm going to bake this at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. Make sure to get your bay leaves out. And that's it. And you're ready to serve. We love this over a baked potato. We also like it over rice and quinoa or just with some corn chips.